Hi, this is Jason from Trust and Light. Um, this is a little bit of a different view than I usually do here. Um, this whole channel is really different for me. Um, it's if I would have went back 2 years ago, there's no way in hell I would have ever thought of doing anything like this. Um, just because I'm I was generally very reserved, very quiet, not very outspoken. Now, a lot has changed in me over these last few years. Um, and I think the person who really pushed me to heal myself, to inspire me to make a change in my life was my counterpart. Um, but I'll get into that at another time here. So, I just want to talk a little bit about my journey here leading up to this. Um, just just in hopes that it helps somebody out there, um, that you should never really give up on what you truly want in life. Um, just learning to really value yourself, something that I've had to learn a lot about myself. Because going back, I've had a lot of deep-seated wounds. This is just being vulnerable myself, which is also pretty unheard of for me. Um, I never would have done this, like I said, a few years ago. Nothing like this. Not exposing myself to the world like this. When I grew up, um, it was a very, very difficult childhood. Um, I am one of three brothers. My brothers are 6 and 8 years older than me. So a lot of what happened during my childhood, I was definitely a little one. Whereas my brothers were older, um, probably a little more adept to handling things than I was. But considering what I went through, I'd say I'm okay. Um, I grew up in an abusive household. Um, my dad, uh, he had a problem with alcohol. It wasn't just that. Along with the alcohol was a lot of abuse, a lot of violence, a lot of fear in the household. And I had memories from since I was like 6 years old. I don't really have much memories of a peaceful household when I was a little kid. So this is from when I was little. So I didn't know much peace until I'd say I was about 13. Um, it was a very difficult time. Like I said, there was a lot of abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, threats, threats to harm or kill my mother, um, myself, a lot of that stuff. It affected me quite a bit growing up. I had to learn to deal with that on my own, in my own way growing up. It was quite hard. Not only that, it was a lot of secretive. I was kind of forced to be quiet about it. I couldn't tell family, I couldn't tell friends, in fear of us getting taken away from the household. So I also had to keep quiet. So it was like the family secret. Um, and I felt like I couldn't talk to anybody about it. So I kind of shut down, isolated myself, and that also affected me in school too, where it was a lot of harassment, bullying, all that kind of stuff in school. So I had very few friends. I kind of kept to myself, and I was different in my own way too. I was not like most other kids. I was always quite different. I thought different. I acted different. I'd say I acted more like an adult than most kids did, and I was kind of forced, in a way, forced to do that. I kind of felt like I had lost my childhood growing up. It was very hard. It was very hard on me. And then the bullying and everything else was constantly put down, made to feel like a lesser person. So my self-esteem was very low, and that carried into my adulthood too. I didn't feel like I was good enough, and that I suffered from a lot of depression, something that I've really had to work on these last couple years. Done a lot of healing, and I know there's still more healing yet to do to help heal that depression. But this is just a word of advice that no matter what traumas you go through, we all have the ability to turn it around. We should never give up, and even if people put us down as childs or adults, our value has to be within ourselves. You don't have to take it. Everybody is worthy of having friendship. Everybody is worthy of being loved. As a kid, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel I was worthy of being loved or having friends, or I even had times where I didn't feel like I was worthy of living. And that's the truth, and that's the hard truth. I've had to learn over these years that I am worthy of that, and I am worthy of being loved and having friends and being cared about. That's been the hardest thing for me. Sorry if I get a little emotional, but this is just being honest and vulnerable. As a kid, it was a lot of violence. Many times we had to leave the house to go to a motel because the physical escalations, and then we get out of the house and come back the next day to have the house destroyed. Things in the house destroyed. Just a mess. And this was my reality for quite a few years. But I know if I can get through this, you can get through it too. You can get through those traumas. You just gotta believe in yourself. You gotta stand strong. No matter how alone you feel, there are people who care about you. And you always have God. You always have the archangels with you. No matter how hard it gets in life. Life can get hard. It can be hard, and there's a lot of trauma, and that's okay to feel the pain. I know I felt a lot throughout the years, and that's okay. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel depression, but you gotta start to learn to love yourself. And that's been the most trying thing for me, is learning to love myself. Know I'm worthy. And as far as doing this channel, I started working with Jess from Capella Wellness. She's been wonderful, a huge help. She had a lot of belief in me that I had a very strong intuition, and that I have a lot of care and compassion for people, which I do. And I think in a way, my childhood made me have that much more care and compassion for people because I know what it's like to go through that pain. And I want to help people in any way I can, you know, help them in ways that I didn't get myself growing up in ways. But I know even though I did go through hard times, I do have people who care about me too. And for that, I am ever grateful. Just don't ever give up. Know that if you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm available. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to have fame, YouTube fame, or anything like that. I'm just here to help, and that's my mission. And that's the mission God gave me with. And I think I was put through all that childhood and everything to help me understand what others are going through. And there's always purpose to the pain. And you can transmute that dark into light. And that's what I'm here for. Just know you're not alone. I'm here for you. Others are here for you. And I hope this video helped in some way. Yeah, it's a tough one to record. I know it's really only scraping the surface of what I went through, but you know. Anyways, take care, and I hope you watch this, and I hope it helped. Thanks.